Hi, my name is Fran, and I am going to tell you about my experience with my sleeping appliance that I wear at night. I was seeing a doctor for a chronic infection that I was having, I was being treated for, and these symptoms really weren't resolving. Lots of fatigue was my main issue, very tired all the time, and I came to Dr. Weiner.
What's your background? Are you, what do you do?
Well, I'm a registered dietitian and a yoga teacher, and I haven't really worked too much because of the illness.
Any family?
And I have 2 children and a husband. So, you know, running a household, it's been rough for the past 5 years with my health issues, and so.
What have you tried with your health issues?
I've tried everything.
God, you have a call,
every kind of doctor imaginable for my health issues. Lots of specialists, lots of pulmonary, ENT, a gastroenterologist, infectious disease. I've tried all kinds of alternative remedies as well, Ayurveda, Chinese medicine. And some things would help, some of the symptoms, but overall the long-standing fatigue issue was still there. It was unresolved, and so.
How about sleeping?
And the sleeping, I didn't realize that. I thought I was a light sleeper, and I didn't really realize that I wasn't sleeping, which is really interesting. But I think with chronic illness, it's sort of it comes along with the territory. So if someone asked me about my sleeping, I would say, yeah, you know, get 8 hours. But in fact, you know, which I'll tell you about the sleep test revealed that I was in fact coming out of the deep stages of sleep on average once every 3 minutes. So I was really not getting restful sleep at all, and I was pretty surprised by those results actually. But I had the sleep test done. At the after meeting with Dr. Weiner, he had told me about he thought that I had a sleep issue, and first hearing about it, I thought it was just a little kind of out there because it had never come up before, and I didn't really realize that sleep was so important for my health. So I listened to him. He seemed to know what he was talking about. I went to go and have the sleep study done, and I did not have sleep apnea. My oxygen saturation was low, but not low enough to be called apnea. And they had the doctor at the sleep study had recommended another sleep study to be done during the daytime to see what was going on with my daytime sleeping. And so I went and had that done, and it also showed that I couldn't fall asleep. Lack of sleep that I was getting did not mean that I was able to sleep during the day, which is as fatigued as I was. I don't nap. I'm not able to sleep. So Dr. Weiner has suggested that I get a mouth guard. It's an appliance that you wear to sleep at night. It's much like a retainer. It's a top and a bottom. It's very easy to put in. And he said this is going to solve your sleep problems. And you know, if I didn't see it in black and white that I was actually having these sleep disturbances, I kind of wouldn't have believed it. It was really, I was actually sleep deprived, and that was evidenced by how quickly I was going into REM sleep. They call it REM rebound. And then I got an education. I started reading all about this stuff, and I said, oh my God, no wonder I'm so tired. And Dr. Weiner also explained to me that not only was I likely sleep deprived, but my oxygen was suboptimal. And if you don't get enough oxygen into your cells, and you're ill or not ill, it doesn't matter. Your body needs the oxygen, your cells need the oxygen, and especially with me with a chronic infection, all the medication in the world is not going to do me any good if I'm not getting adequate oxygenation. So it started making a lot of sense. This thing that I thought was kind of wacky, all of a sudden started to make a lot of sense. But that is really neither here nor there, because what I can tell you is the very first night I wore the appliance, I put it in my mouth and I went to sleep, and the next thing I knew, I woke up and it was daylight, and that has never happened to me. I don't remember the last time that has happened to me. I slept through the night. My husband of 20 years did not sleep that night because he was worried about me. He said he was up all night checking on me to make sure that I was still alive and I was still breathing, because he's used to me like having like this wrestling match all night long. I didn't move. He said I didn't move, I didn't make any noise, and he was actually worried. And I woke up and I thought, oh my God, this is the best thing I've done. I couldn't believe it. Out of all the medications I've taken, all the remedies, all the alternative things, all of the conventional things, I had no idea how important adequate sleep was, getting oxygen. I felt like $1,000,000. I really turned a corner with my illness, and it really came down to that appliance. Even my doctor back home, when I showed him the appliance and I wore it for him, he was doing some testing on me, and he absolutely loved it, and actually asked me to ask Dr. Weiner if I could wear it during the day, because he just loved how much it just opened me up, and it's just been a great thing. So it's very easy. I wear it every night. I'm sleeping like a baby. I turn a corner with my illness, and life is very good.